Alright, we're here with our AutoLink current production mouthpiece that we've added some epoxy material. It's been about a day and a half, and the epoxy is dried. The correct word is cured, I think, for that. So we're going to start right here at the tip, bringing that down below, and we will begin shaping that baffle and getting it to where we want it to be. Now, I've never done this before. I don't know how well this material is going to handle the filing process. I have these needle files, as you can see, and there are different shapes. You've got the round one, that's a triangle one, and a few of the flat ones. Some files, I only have the file on one side. This one is smooth on the back. Some files don't have file material, don't have the teeth on the sides of the file. But these do. There's many different kinds of files for working any kind of material. That's a whole other kind of collection in itself. So we're going to start doing a little work on this. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but we're going to try. So there's another thing I wanted to talk about, and that is the waste material from the filing process. There's an apparatus called a file card, and it's basically a metal brush that you can use to clean your files. I don't have one of those, so we might not get very far until I'm able to procure a file card of some kind. The other thing is it's really hot today, so I've got the window fan and the General Electric going, but that's going to be blowing the powder around, which I don't want because I don't want to be breathing that stuff. So I might have to turn the fans off and sweat it out. So we'll see what happens. I was thinking about bringing in the vacuum cleaner to vacuum up any of the filing. We'll see. We'll see how we do. I've never done this before, so I don't really know what to expect. So let me mount the camera and we'll start doing the work. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I want to start smoothing this material down to where the original baffle is. What I don't want to do is I don't want to file the tip rail. As you can see, this is the tip rail, and that's what we don't want to touch. We want to try and do our file work without affecting, because I don't plan to do any facing work. I don't know how to do any facing work. I just want to work on the baffle. So we have to take extra care to make sure that we're very careful when we do this. And as you can see, we are removing a little material, which is what we want. Alright, we have removed a little material there, and as you can see, our file is getting kind of loaded up, and that's the problem we're going to have. Once the file gets loaded up, then it doesn't really do the work. Alright, our file is super loaded up. We're going to have to figure out a way to deal with that. If we look here, oh, sorry about that. So we have begun to smooth out that material at the tip, and we're going to continue to work on that. I can go farther back on the file for now. You can see now we've got some material coming out. So there's our blue epoxy powder we're worried about. So we're going to keep working on this a little bit, see what we end up with, and I'm going to take care of that powder. Alright, if you ever sent a mouthpiece to a refacer and you wondered why it took so long, here we are. I just cleaned out as much as I can. I have an old toothbrush that I keep with my repair gear stuff. and I just use that to get some of the excess out. But I'm going to have to keep doing that because this is grabbing a lot of material. So I still want to keep working on that first material right here. And I'm just trying to roll that transition. I did 3 steps. Here, here, and here, just to keep that sort of moving. And I'm trying to look at it as I go. Sorry, it's really difficult to film this for you and do it. From what I can tell, in the shops where they do this, like at Ted Klum's shop, he's got a series of industrial vacuum cleaners with hoses that run up to all the workstations. One of the things I learned the hard way years ago is that you can't clean files with water because they rust. So you've got to find another way to do this. Now I'm doing a little bit of the rear material that's a little farther in because we want to even that out. We didn't want to add a big shelf like the Berg Larsens have. So more powder. There you go. Alright. You take care of that. Now I'm going to take the little file, the triangle shape, well, you can see that, and I'm going to take down into the edges here and make sure that I haven't gotten too much material where I don't want it, which is in the wider parts of the we call that the inner sidewalls here. Alright, see how we're doing. There's still an awful lot of material here, which is this larger area. But as we roll it back, it's pretty even. I keep going back and checking that because I had more material on this side than I did on this side. And then I just want to keep going back and checking the tip. Alright, so after doing some filing with a few of the different size files, I've been able to bring the tip material down. Sorry, it's hard to show you. But I filed down the baffle material so that we're below the tip. As you can see a little bit of the original roll. And then if we look at it this way, we see that we've got a lot of baffle material. It's pretty even. A little high on the left-hand side. So there's still an awfully lot of material there for what we put in. But we're beginning to get the transition we're looking to. I might play test it just like this and see how it plays. It might be way too bright. It might be great. So we don't know. We're going to play test it tomorrow and see what we think. And then we can continue working on it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to work away all the material and then realize that you took away too much. I'm pretty sure that's what you want to avoid. So anyway, there is our slightly shaped epoxy baffle in our auto link. We're going to see how that plays and then continue on if it needs it. It likely will. So we'll see. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little series. Kind of an interesting project. You know, once we get to playing this thing and it starts really vibrating, the material might fall out. I don't really know what to expect. I will definitely clean it out to get that plastic resin material out of there. We don't want to blow that into our horn. So there we go. We need to clean our files a little bit, and I need to get a file card or something to clean the files as we go. So there you go.